Okay, welcome back everyone to Heaven's Vault. This is episode number 2. We are on the hunt for a professor's old friend who we think died in a smoking wreck of a ship. And we've been translating old languages and finding old artifacts along the way. And yeah, we're going to pick up on where we left off, heading over to that cloud of smoke where we think they probably died. But first, we're going to keep looting everything because that's our priority. All right, a channel. Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Dug out. There must be a wellspring here. A feeble one. One that requires every drop to be used. Water would have run down the channel. Right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. If you can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. Okay, but there's an inscription. That's what we care about. There's something carved into the rock. This is the end of a longer line of text. All right, so this matches more or less completely. This was what we thought was the word for rivers, I guess. And from. So that makes sense. If this is a channel, from rivers. Huh. I guess this is pretty similar to the word for treasures. It starts and ends with the same character anyway. From rivers go, from rivers goblet would make some sense, at least for drinking. Maybe from is just wrong. Though, honestly, like none of those other options make much more sense. Yeah, I think from and rivers are probably right. So the question is just, what's this last word? Earth? From rivers, earth? I think we already had a guess. Yeah, this is our guess for earth, right? So like these are similar words, but not exactly the same. So maybe this is the word for earth, and this is something that was different, right? This was like rock. Holy water from below earth, right? We had a different choice here. I chose this translation for a reason. Let's see if I can remember what it was. Yeah, maybe this is rock. And then that allows us to put earth here. I could still change my mind, but from rivers, earth. I still don't think that quite makes a lot of sense, but like life is the word I really want to put there. But what is this place? Mansion. It's not, barracks doesn't even make sense to me as a guess. Any ideas, Six? Certainly doesn't feel like a mansion. Although she did say that it would have been a mansion on Elbereth earlier. A shrine of some kind. There's another inscription. 6 is there. Where is Ren? I think Ren died in a spaceship accident, unfortunately. Okay, so this is our word that we think means forever. And this fits here, right? I believe you can be confident of your translation of forever now, mistress. Great, that's another word down. And so emperors live forever or sleep forever. I mean, this gives me, like, this lightning bolt makes me think energy. Emperors are forever. I think live makes the most sense. Yeah, and it would be like the inversion of death, right? Like it would have the same character, and death has this X. I like live. That will do for now. Emperors here? It's not all that surprising, right? We found that crazy crown. What were emperors doing out here? The shrine was built here. Is the stone inside from Mercy? No, mistress. I do not know where it is from, but Mercy does not have stone like that. Can I get over there? Maybe? A stone pedestal. With someone in it. That's similar to the goddess we saw. Yeah, it's Kibenya from Mercy, yeah. The site was linked to Mercy then. That's somehow how Remba found it. It's the goddess from Mercy, isn't it? Yeah. Mistress, you can recognize her by her hat. That's not a hat, Six. It's an aura. It falls off when she dies. You're correct, Mistress. It's not a hat. It's more technically a fascinator. Kibenya herself. Not a treasure, a functional item. This should tell us a little more about this place. It's been inscribed, too. It's impossibly small. This is one end of a stained fragment of text. Okay, so holy fits perfectly. And then we also have of, or at least what we think is of. Something's gone wrong. I must have used the wrong words. Yeah, so of doesn't... Oh, I see. Okay. So because... I see. Okay, goddess of. Sure. I can add my translation for goddess to the dictionary now. Do we also get of? And that little tick mark is definitely of. Perfect. Goddess of. There's only one word still to resolve. Yeah, I mean, goddess of harvest makes sense. Like if you're right next to like a river, then you would want some sort of like fertility goddess. And we know that Kibenya is the fertility goddess, or at least we strongly suspect. So harvest makes sense here. I think that's correct. The shrine itself is made of stone. But it's not the same stone as the moon itself. Is it as old as the building? The outer structure is, certainly. But the stone pillar, no. The buildings here are significantly older than the pillar. Brought by a later occupant, then? Whoever it was who buried the original occupant, maybe. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. Perhaps it's from the moon in Ghost's Wake we saw on the map. Perhaps so, Mistress. But if so, it has walked a long way to be here. No, we're not going back to the ship. We need to go find Renba's probable corpse. Can we go through here? Oh, we can. It'll be dark in there. Renba? Nothing. Oh, it's just not going to let me go through? That's weird. I guess maybe we come out through there. Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed. Here, in the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit? By all the moons and waters. It's a ship. I mean, it was a ship. Can we be sure this was Yanaki's ship? No, Mistress. But the circumstantial evidence is very strong. Did someone blast it from the sky? Really, Mistress? That seems speculative, to say the least. What could do that? Eagles are supposed to breathe fire, aren't they? There are no eagles, Mistress, as you well know. I would calculate it exploded on attempting to rise from the surface, Mistress. The mangled pieces rained down at a high velocity, ricocheted, and buried themselves in the dust. In short, I'm surprised there's anything left. Yanaki? Most likely not. Renba didn't hop her down. He landed his boat. Tried to. Or else he wasn't able to return. There are traces of an explosive propellant, Mistress. I suspect Master Renba attempted to detonate himself off the surface of the moon. I wonder why he didn't use a hopper to get down here. Landing his ship must have been almost impossible. Was he a devout believer in the loop, perhaps? The loopists believe that hoppering is like throwing oneself into a river. It's intended for the dead. It removes part of the soul. Renba lost more than part of his soul down here. Indeed, Mistress. Blackened. Presumably the ship was still burning as it fell. This was on the hull. It must have been an explosion, Mistress. Good job, 6. Enough to be seen on Mercy. And Yaniki? Mistress, there is no hope. Yaniki must have been sailing when it fell. He cannot possibly have survived. So what do we do now? Return to Iox and inform Professor Miyari, Mistress? I suppose. I always assumed we would find Renba. I don't know. I assumed we'd find something. Not just wreckage. We have found something, Mistress, but what this place is and why it's important, perhaps you can take the matter up with Renba in his next life, Mistress. Let's see what else we can find. The fire here must have burnt up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin, Mistress. Still, I believe the fire was extinguished before it consumed the whole ship. Found any bodies to loot? Working on it. Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, Mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. According to legend, the last emperor disappeared after Iox fell. He didn't die there with everyone else. Are you suggesting he came here? Why not? It would explain a few things. Not least that crown. So the last emperor killed the hermit who lived here. Then the emperor buried them in the dirt. We only know that the emperor outlived them. We do not know there was a murder. The emperors of Iox were all devout believers in the loop. To bury someone outside instead of returning them to the rivers to be reborn, that's what you do to your worst enemy. If the emperor was hiding here, perhaps he did not want anyone returning to find him. That would make sense. In a not really making sense kind of way. Something under the wood. There's something wedged under here. Seems to have survived the fire. Please don't be an arm. Maybe we did find that body to loot, HD. It's not an arm. A scratched silver sextant. I think it dates from at least the earliest Empire period. This must have been aboard Yaniki's ship. Another of his finds. Is this what he took from the stand on the roof up there? But no, it's not from this moon. An heirloom, maybe. It has that look to it. Something that was old even when it was used. No inscription on the casing. Most likely this comes from the same source as the picture and the fragment of canvas that we discovered on the site of Renba's cache. People back then must have often traveled to both of the two locations. There was a tripod up on the roof, empty now, but it looks like it might have held something once. What kind of something? I mean, the sextant, I would think. I would guess... Okay, a telescope. This must have been some kind of outpost observatory. An interesting theory, Mistress, but I cannot imagine what they wanted to observe. Okay. It must have burned for days. What do we tell Miyari? The truth, surely, Mistress. Yaniki is gone. What I can't figure out is this. What was Remba doing finding ancient sites? He must have been following some kind of trail, Mistress, but how that trail began and where it was leading him, most unclear. What were you hiding, Renba? A good question, Mistress. But he cannot hear you. Come on. Let me interact with you. Can your tracks handle this kind of terrain, Six? Excellently. Whoever designed my tracks appears to have had this kind of ground in mind. And who did design you? I have no idea, Mistress. They did not leave a signature. Seems strange that you don't know. Does it? Who designed your legs? Humans aren't designed. They're just the right shape. How convenient for you. This channel comes up from the rock. The wellspring must be down there somewhere. The spring is dead now, Mistress, and you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Yanaki's not here, Mistress. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go now? No, not just yet. Stop making me leave places. I want to explore things. And I want to go down here, even though you think it's a bad idea. I can barely see the rivers above, and yet there's something here. Which makes me wonder, what else is out here waiting to be found? Mistress, please. We should not linger. If anything were to go wrong out here, we would never be found. Someone will come looking for us. We're out here looking for Yanaki, aren't we? Yanaki is Miyari's friend. Are you? Honestly, I have no idea. There's nothing we can do here, Six. Nothing at all. Well, now I'm curious, like, I want to go through this area here, and it stopped me last time. Remba must have really wanted to hide what he hid in that box of his. I wonder why. I can't get through here. Yeah, there's just no way through. That's deeply unsatisfying. So iolite crystals from the site came from here to make that, like, things like that brooch. There might be some... sorry, that went way too fast for me to read. Oh, missed this. A carving. There's something carved above the door. This is the end of a line of text. It's the end of a line of text. It doesn't end in and, right? I believe you're correct with all, Mistress. Okay, great. And live or live. I'm sure of live as well. So all live again would make sense with this looping thing. Yeah, none of the other things really make sense, right? All live here, I don't think so. All live again, I guess, is the only thing that makes any sense. A loop believer carved that. They believe everything that dies returns to the rivers to be reborn, which means if they buried someone in the grave at the back, then they were doing something really bad. Okay. Don't know that there's anything else in here I want to do, but possibly I want to go back up on the roof. I will wait for you down here. Sure. I want to go back up on the roof because I want to see if we can interact with that sextant thing again. Or the, now that we have more information from the ship. It doesn't look like we can. Can I go through here? No. Can't do anything there either. Okay. Time to do irresponsible shit. Yeah. No, I didn't mean to go back up here. Come on. Come back down. Okay. I guess we'll just leave. I think. Did I see something else to interact with there? Found evidence of one more new location. Fine. Do it. Leave the moon. Yeah, I regret not sending 6 away while we got that got that box open and took the crown.
Darkness.
This is not the Nightingale. 6? This isn't the ship. It's cold in here. You want to play this game for a while, but your memory will fail? Maybe. I mean, I think if you play it in like 1 or 2 sittings, then it won't be too bad. There you are. And where's your head? Miari. Miari. You followed me, Lexi. As I thought you might. Because you knew. Because you've always known. Of course I came. You laid a trail for me, so here I am. Remba. You are quite alone, Miari, and I have seen the truth of your lie. You are not what you claim. I know this, Miari. You asked me to look, and I found so much. So who am I? You are just what you appear to be, and nothing more. I don't understand. The brooch I sent was from the body. The Emperor's body. Unburned. Not even buried. You fooled them all, Miari. All of them. I have that brooch here. Destroying it changes nothing. I am taking the body. I will return it to the rivers. But I am not coming back to Iox. Not yet. There isn't time. I found something. Something that matters more than your lies. Lexi, there is a great darkness, an all-consuming, hungry darkness, and it is coming. Darkness? There is an ancient place, Miari, an observatory. It is watching, and it holds the wires of our fate in its claws. An observatory. I will find it before the vault is lost. The robots know, but they don't remember. Someone long ago made certain they would not remember. How do I help you? You have my apologies, mistress. I do not understand the question. It's nothing, 6. I was thinking out loud. I find humans most curious, mistress. You leak your internal state like a punctured bucket. Remind me to ask you how robots think sometimes. We do not think, mistress. We merely calculate. It's far simpler. Try the hopper again. Mistress, the hopper will not function from here. There is no line of sight to the ship. This way, Mistress. You don't remember how we ended up in here? Hoppers can misfire due to imperfections, Mistress. The eye aboard your ship is quite old. And no one called you just now? Evidently not, Mistress. But Six, I was just talking to you. You weren't making any sense. You are making no sense now, Mistress. Alright, so he really just has no clue. There's light this way. Okay, I guess this is where we were trying to get into earlier. I see where we are now. Although I still don't see how we got in there. Shall I use the hopper again, Mistress? You think it'll work properly this time? I thought it would work last time, but I do not see much alternative. Shall I try the hopper one more time? Do it. Do it. Waiting for Six to just kill me at this point. It does kind of feel like maybe. Like maybe this was the Cylon Rebellion and like they buried all the robots and we've been slowly excavating them. We should sail to Iox and tell Miari what we've seen, and I'm sure she wants to see the crown. See, like, we just were told to be very suspicious of her. But just look at this thing. Workmanship is beautiful. It's more than a simple crown, Mistress. It's a symbol. This was Iox's power, lost after the fall. To regain it would be a sign that Iox was once more than the center of the nebula. More than that, Mistress, I believe the metal is a casement for a mechanism of some kind. A mechanism? What kind of mechanism? Without opening it up, I cannot tell. My friend Oroi on Elbereth might be able to help. She'd be able to open it up and take a look at it safely. The occupants of Elbereth are hardly trustworthy. I'm from Elbereth. I will bear that in mind. Oh, we've got quite a collection going on here. The actual crown of the Empire. I think so, anyway. Remba's crystal. It's beautiful enough, but that doesn't explain what Remba was doing with it. The necklace. From the marker outside the Hermitage on the moon near Mercy. I still don't know what it's made of. The figurine. She looks at home here. But presumably she was fashioned on Mercy? Clay being a material derived from waterlogged mud. I wonder if the Mercians want it back. That guy told us to keep it, but he also just seemed to really want to get rid of us. Nebula. Look out there. It seems to go on forever. Mistress? Look out there, Six. Obviously, it is indeed beautiful, Mistress. Oh yeah, the robe. The robe Yanaki hid. I wonder if we'll ever know what was so special about this robe. The fabric appears to be of significant age. Is it the kind of robe that would need a brooch to hold it? Indeed it is, Mistress. I would go so far as to say I can detect the pinholes, Mistress. Interesting. Okay. We're just like making our Emperor of Iox cosplay. Can I go in here? No. Alright, I guess let's take to the river. I will ready the ropes. The moon Remba was on... In a coffer there I found a real treasure, what might be the lost crown of Iox, but I don't think there's more for us to find there. Okay, so That, I guess, is a sign that we're totally done from there. Let's... Oh, we have a lot of choices here. We can go back to Mercy. I don't know why we would. I could return the figurine of Kubenya I found outside the Hermitage. Oh, I see. But perhaps I should tell Professor what happened to her friend first. Okay, so this would be to take the statue that we found in the shrine back here. I suppose we'll do that eventually. We could go here. Remba's trail would lead us to a painted map and a stone shrine taken from somewhere in Ghost's wake. I could explore the region for more evidence, or I could wait until I know something else. Okay, so that's a pretty good sign that we should wait on that one. Haven't seen Elbereth yet. Yeah, let's go to Elbereth. My friend, the mechanist Orway, lives in Elbereth. I know she'd want to take a look at this crown and see what it does. Throw it out the airlock. The Cyclones, sailing to Elbereth in the wires. We've entered an area of minor flow once more, mistress. The rivers are stronger here. We're in a rapid. Oh, and we can just hand this off now? We'll need to turn left up ahead. I don't want to hand it off to him until I've made this journey at least once, I think. Just in case we pass something on the way. What are the rivers, Six? Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. Oops. Their velocity keeps them coherent. It's like they're going somewhere. The rivers... But they never do go anywhere. They just cycle round and round. Where are we? No, we're still like only halfway there.
They say on Elbereth, if you sail too far, you'll meet yourself coming back.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
But I've sailed plenty far, and I still don't know who I'm supposed to be.
I'm thinking our guess about Remba finding robots on Mercy must be wrong. That box was old artifacts. Nothing to do with robots at all. Indeed, mistress. Come on. Come on. Get over there. What are we doing? Alright, that was weird. Yeah, maybe we really won't pass anything. Mistress. Exactly how many robots have you lost? I would think 5. They just keep giving me more. Set us down. Oh, I guess we made it. Okay. Could show the crown to Oroi.
We landed in the dust, outside the great walls of Elbereth. No one looked up to watch us arrive. The people here only ever look down.
So this is Elbereth. This was your home? I lived here for nearly 20 years. There are places in Katkiss where I know every stone. I dream these alleyways. This is the gate to the upper citadel. Mistress, there's only solid rock behind this door. Ah, I comprehend. It is a hopper. It's one of the oldest things on Elbereth. It still works, amazingly. I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without a line of sight to the eye, I cannot take us inside. You sound like you don't trust me. A hopper takes one's corporeal form to pieces, mistress. Trust is critical. Stop worrying, Six. Elberethians go through every day. I don't know why Miari wanted me to take you with me. The professor cares about your safety. Then she certainly doesn't care about yours. So how does the gate operate, mistress? There's a word. Say the word for the gate. Set Boyaki Rifar. The gate is asking where you want to go. You understand it? No, mistress, I was asking you a question. The word is Katkiss. Should have checked out those feet before we hopped in. Oh, okay. Nothing's happening. Most impressive, mistress. I said Katkiss. You stupid contraption. It isn't working. I don't understand. Read the inscription. There are ancient symbols here. I used to trace them out when I was a girl. It's a broken piece from an even longer phrase. This seems unlikely. I don't think we would just get this one thing. So this maybe is a word. I'm convinced my translation for you is right. Excellent. So goddess something you, and it's on a gate. Watches you, welcomes you. Yeah, welcomes makes most sense. It's inviting us in, Six. Okay, before we speak to the gate again, I want to check out those feet. Show me those feet. Stone feet. The slums below are named after these feet. They're the oldest things here. The original statue must have been huge. Bigger than the statue on Mercy? 4 or 5 times bigger, mistress. But it must be of a similar age, however. But you know, the statue on Mercy didn't have feet. I never thought that might be unusual before. Were the statue on Mercy and the one here made in the same place? Based on their mineral compositions, it is quite possible, mistress. I will consider the matter. I can't see why anyone would waste a statue on Elbereth. Perhaps to remind the citizens of a higher powers, mistress. That could be. Follow me, Six. Oh, okay.
The smell of the slums made me feel like a child again. It hadn't been a happy time. A simple one, at least.
Do not touch anything, mistress. These structures might topple at the slightest knock. It's more solid than it looks. God's feet has been standing for some time.
The heart of the God's Feet slum was Timur's bar.
Why now? Alia
Timur had
Elazra.
never once set foot inside the upper citadel, or so he liked to claim.
By the turning of the waters. You're back. You seem surprised. I'm always surprised you'd come back to Elbereth. But happy.
He was the king of the dung heap.
And are you well? They gave me another robot. Really, Aaliyah? You are a danger to the local economy. Some of us have to work for our assets. I don't think I'm going to sell this one. Mistress? But you've upset it, Aaliyah. All the same. The rules are the rules. Your friend there stays outside. I will wait as instructed, mistress. Okay. So we can always come here to get away from the robot if we need to. They must adore you on Iox to keep giving you those things. Robots are their eyes. And you keep plucking them out. You'll always be a rat, won't you? That's not very nice. You look tired. Are you sleeping at night? Of course. The tax collectors from Iox can't pick my pocket if I don't sleep. Is that all? Don't pry, Aaliyah. I work hard, Aaliyah, as do we all. You're very good health. You should let me pay for this. You'll pay me back one day. I feel sure of that. It's ominous. Please, Timur. I'm never going to marry you. You need to stop asking. I know you won't. That's why I ask. You just like to poison my day? It's a safe way to keep in practice. Why do men always have to have someone to chase? You're like cats. I worry for you, Elia. I know you're all right now on that ship of yours, but one day you'll need a place to be. I want you to be welcome somewhere in this nebula, that's all.
They say rocker is made from river water, that it burns your throat with the cold of space. But it isn't true. Timur knocks it up out back in an old metal bin.
How about some good news then? I have something for you. A dagger. It looks like it dates from the early Empire. And here's something etched along the middle of the blade. This is the start of a fragment of text. Yeah, it doesn't quite fit. I guess this is the only thing that could possibly be it. No good. I have to start again and try it a different way. So we know that that death word isn't one of them. But this matches perfectly. Okay. That squiggly thing must be and. That's a long one. But I fear it's correct. Okay. So it's a dagger. Something and fear. Power and fear. It's very, like, it has the same starting line of text of robot and the same middle thing here of light. I like power. Power and fear makes sense. I don't think I've seen anything of this weight before. Which means I think this comes from somewhere we didn't have any inkling of. Where'd you get it? From one of my customers. You're not the only one who sails to strange shores, you know. Now drink up.
He liked me.
Yeah. You want another rocka? Sure. I've got nowhere to be. I kind of just want to keep the conversation going with him. I worry I might regret this. Do you know anything about my parents, Timur? I sometimes think if anybody would, it would be you. Aliyah, the first I heard of you was when I asked the orphanage for grape pickers. You were so desperate to get out of that place. And then you hid when the Grey Ladies came to get you. I remember. You kept hiring me, though. Of course I did. You'd hear my voice down the corridor and come cling to my leg. I could hardly leave you behind. I always had my bag packed, you know. Oh, I see. Yeah, how can you say all this and then want to marry me? It's not right, Timur. Timur's over in the Epstein files. Leah, marriage is not just about... I would never touch you. You understand that. No, I don't understand that. You do not understand. I want to help you. You do help me, you always have. Now, stay away, you creep. You don't need to marry me to be my friend. You're an orphan. I cannot adopt you. I could claim to be your father, but the ladies in gray know I am not. But when I die, my children are gone. They want no part of what I have. I want to leave it to someone who deserves it. Leave what? This bar? I don't want your bar, Timur. No. Of course not. This bar is nothing, really. Just a shop front and some barrels. I don't understand. I respect you, Aliyah. I do. Please do understand that. You've always known your own heart. Most of us have to see it broken before we know its shape. This is weird. You're visiting the cat kiss today? What does that word mean, cat kiss? I'm not sure exactly. It's very old. Kiss is usually a word for a king or a leader. The laborers call the people who hire them mikas. Would not have taken a sip of that. I don't trust that, man. Yeah. The rock is good today. I found a new clean drum. Makes all the difference with what you distill it in. I saw something terrible today. The burned out wreck of a ship out in the cyclones. It belonged to someone at the university. He died out there. And it could have been you? Easily. Still might. I take some real risks out there alone. And sometimes you wonder why you do it? We all take risks, Leia. Life is a risk. I know, you think I should settle down. On Elbereth, open a shop. There's nothing wrong with a shop, Aliyah, but you could do more. Even Elbereth has leaders, you know. Do you know where I can find Oroi? Up in the cat case. She's moved up in the world. She must be doing well for herself. Both of you are. It's a miracle to behold. Do you ever see her? She never comes down here anymore. You two were inseparable once. I caught you stealing my rocket cask when you were too small to carry it, let alone drink any. Or I picked the lock with a hairpin. The things that girl could do if she put her mind to it. Your friend by the door there should be afraid of her. I heard something out there about the darkness. Something that would fall across the whole nebula. Oh yeah? Did you hear that in the war rooms of Iox? Do you know what it means? No, I don't. Great darkness is a luxury for Ioxians to fear. Here we worry every night. So is the cleaning job keeping you busy? I've told you before, I'm not a cleaner. But of course you are. Picking through dead people's jewelry. Okay, I've had enough of you. I don't need to hear about what you do every night. Be seeing you tomorrow. Don't be a stranger. Oh, Aaliyah, I was joking just now. I was... Come on, Six. Yeah. We have one new artifact to consider. Should we leave now? Not yet. Come on, guys. Like, we've taken one detour from the main quest on this planet. We're not leaving yet. Why do people live like this, on top of each other? Okay. To get as much juice out of them as possible. I don't want to go to the ship, but I thought I saw something else I could interact with here. Yeah. The harvest. Such as it is. Dried grass, waiting to be taken inside. What's it for? I assume people do not eat it. Animals do, but not people. No. I have a feeling that they probably do, though. With the poverty here. It seems to be decaying. It is decaying. Wilting. It has no water. Ooh. What's going on here? What exactly is a cat kiss mistress? It's the name of the inner citadel, but I'm not sure what it means. Ooh, something under here. A worn silver amulet in the shape of a circle. I'd estimate it dates from the Holy Empire. Look at the craftsmanship. Such tiny details worked in. On the pendant, some carved tiny glyphs. The precision required for this. This is fractured. Okay. Okay. This looks like it goes here. And this tacks on at the end. Is there anything else we have? Here. I'm certain my translation for together is correct. Cool. So we have blank, we, blank, we, blank. Come on. Together. Blank, we, blank, together. And it's on an amulet. So it's like some sort of maybe protective amulet, like a ward. Is that French? Maybe. It turns out, yeah. It turns out the old Ioxians were just French. And that was Napoleon being exiled to Elba. So maybe when we die together. Yeah, these are the same word. I suppose flourish could also work, but we thought, yeah, because this is very similar to the word for death that we have. So I like that. When we die together. I'd say that comes from the same site as the torn page, the one we found on the hideout moon. This will make its location easier to locate. Alright, I'm glad we came up here then. Oh, and there's more. Oh, maybe not. Who is Oroi Mistress? An old friend. Mistress, I consider it statistically something. You would be right. Oh, now I'm talking to you, I guess. How goes things? The goddess keeps us strong, thank you. Tread softly. Okay. Great. Speak to the gate again. Kakis? Still doesn't like it. It's failed again. Perhaps you're not really from Elbereth after all. Is it because the robot? Kibenya? That worked? Why did that work? Why did that work? What just happened? The goddess's name got me through? What the hell? This is the main courtyard. There are allies leading off in all directions. It's easy to get lost up here. I don't understand. Am I going here? No. Have you lost robots up here before, Mistress? Number 3, perhaps? The key must have been lost. Right? Oroi and I used to climb over it. What makes you ask? I will take that as a yes. Alright, so that will just take us back. Looks like there's nothing this way. Oroi's yard is that way. Anything else in this one, though? Where are we going, Mistress? We're going in the direction that the plot does not seem to demand, so that we can get through get the most content done. Be quiet and keep up, Six.
To strangers, the cat kiss is like a maze. But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways. I could have found my way to Tappy's in the dark.
Okay. I don't know that we've heard who Tappy is yet. It isn't big, but inside it's a treasure trove. Hold it. I think you might be right, HG. I think it might have been a pickpocket. But it's you. Welcome back to Elbereth, Moonflower. Give it back, Tappy. Whatever it is you took. I confess, I only really saw the robot. But friends, as you know, are friends. So have your no doubt precious brooch back. Mistress, do not trust this man. You don't trust him? Tapi and I have a long history. I already don't trust him. You adore me instead. I prefer it that way. Now come on in, out of the cold. It seems as though I will wait here, suspiciously.
Tappy's place was a little museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
It's so good to see you back on Elberethlia. The rivers above grow dull when you're not with us.
And at the centre of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
Do you have much in stock at the moment? It comes and goes. So Tapi. Have you heard any rumors of sights? I could use a find. You know, I did hear something. Something out in the fields. What kind of something? They say something sent one of the field workers flying through the air. This is what they say. What exactly do they say? That he hit something underground that he shouldn't have, with a scythe. Something buried. Not too far down either. Was the man hurt? Hey, Mark doesn't tweet. Welcome. Oh, I should think so. He was taken straight back to the market, though. Didn't earn another scrap. Some jobs you can do with a broken arm, but you're no good for plowing. One of the laborers from the market? That's right. Whatever's out there, I'd take a look myself, but I tend to attract attention when I go for walks outside the walls. But no one's going to trouble you. You're from Iox. I'm from Elbereth. People from Elbereth don't have robot servants, my sweet. Be careful you don't get zapped yourself, of course. I tend not to attack my finds with scythes. This is not the same guy who was asking us to marry him earlier. It's two separate guys, I think. How are the Elberethians weathering things? Has it been so long since you were here? Perhaps it has. Anyway, our suffering is stable for the moment. I almost don't want to show him the crown. But I guess we trust him. Are you happy with that robot of yours? I didn't know just not saying anything was an option. I could probably adjust it a bit. Can you change the primary user? These things run off their cores, but I'm told you can swap them out fairly easily. Who told you that? A mutual friend? Anyway, bear it in mind, Aaliyah. That's curious. Because he's made it clear that he has to follow whatever Miari asks of him. By the way, Tappy, who buys all this stuff of yours? Respectable people, and a few Elbereth rats, too. You don't know any respectable people. No, maybe not, but they know me. I want to show you an artifact. Oh, yeah? The worn amulet. It's a worn circle-shaped Ioxian Empire period amulet of silver. Nice enough. Ah, well, I should be able to do something with that. I have something of a similar period, I think. Yes, this is it. A book. And there's some writing. This one's a blotted fragment from an even longer phrase. Oh, this is cool. So we're sure about you. Divine or holy. What's the vibe of this game? It's like... Imagine like Tomb Raider was like a language-based like translation game instead of an action game. Okay, so divine something you know, we have gods. Yeah, there's no way this is right. Yeah, we have to get rid of this. There we go. We still loot the shit out of places though. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, this was wrong. Okay. I thought bless was for sure right. And I feel like there was U over here on the side, but I can't actually access it. Yeah, I feel like this is busted. Yeah, that can't be right. Maybe I just need to make it... That's so annoying. Can I get back here? Can I do it again? Yeah. Okay, there we go. So God's blank bless you. God does not bless you. That'd be pretty funny. God's come bless you. God's will bless you. Yeah, I mean, this circle seems to... Maybe this is like the loops, and it's for time-based words, like forever. There was like another one that I'm forgetting. I think will. And then we can get out of here. Simple enough prayer. I guess this comes from the same site as the worn amulet I found here earlier. We've got a lot of leads on the moon depicted in the Emperor's wall mural now. This should make it easier to find. So, you've inspected the goods? The book for your worn silver amulet? No, don't trade. Thank you for letting me see it, but no. Something else, perhaps, another time. I assume he would like give me the whole damn shop for the crown. Sure. What do you make of this? By the stars and all the fishes. Aaliyah, I did not know you cared. Would you like to move in? You could have my room. I'll sleep down here. I sleep down here anyway. Look at this beauty. Do you know what it is? It's beautiful. I'm a very trustworthy curator, you understand. You should see some of the wonderful things I look after. Like this one. Here we are. Junk. Just look at this glorious thing. It's enormous. I don't even know what it is. And I found it just sitting in the grass by the cactus gate, like a fat lost cat. I thought maybe it was a child's toy. But who would make something so beautiful for a child? I don't see any inscriptions. I've been over it with my glass. I couldn't find any either. I was hoping you might twist here and squeeze there and pop. No? Well, no matter. I'd rather you didn't break it. You want me to find out where it came from? What a good idea. It's so unusual, I don't know who I'd find to trade it with anyway. But maybe if you find where it came from, you could let me know? Okay. Did I get the crown back? You show me a feast and then feed me corn. Silver dagger with a curved blade dating from the early Empire. Interesting. I have something of a similar period, I think. Now then. A finely made golden coin. I won't lie to you. I despise coins. They're tedious little trinkets. No joy in them. But it might be worth something to you. I don't recognize the face. No emperor I know. Whoever made this didn't include an inscription on the surface. I think this comes from the same place as the dagger and the spherical device. This should help us locate the site. So, you've seen it. The coin for your silver dagger. I feel like I don't want to take these things. But like maybe I go to these places and then I'm like, oh, this would be a pretty good place to insert a coin. And then I come back here and trade for him and then go back to those other places. All right, let's... Oh, can I go upstairs? Not up there, Aaliyah. A man must have his secrets. Just told us we could go upstairs. Tease. See you later, Toppy. Look after yourself out there. All right. I guess let's go see Oroi now. You're in one piece. You still have all of your teeth. We have a few new artifacts to trace. Also, we've discovered enough to exactly locate one new location of note, a pre-Empire site. Are you ready to go yet? No, we're going to go see Oroi. Do we still have the crown? I don't know. I assume, but I don't know. What was the city built to be? What would you guess? The walls are fortified. It was a fortress or perhaps a place to store wealth. So somewhere important. That's an interesting theory. Important to someone, not necessarily important. Exactly, yeah. Like, we wanted to show Oroi the crown because it's, like, got some internal mechanism.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen, dependable. Cheap. Mistress? What is this lady selling? It's a work market. Workers? You must have known, Six. Yes, mistress, But knowing something exists and witnessing it have different effects on my programming. Everyone's programming is like that. Have you been here before, mistress? It sounds like we were in one of them. Yeah, I grew up here. Now come on. Is this one injured? Because this could be the one who ran into something in the fields. Toppy told me to look out for one with a broken arm. They all seem intact to me. You're lost, Farwet? Not lost. You look lost. You look longing. And you brought a Miyamake with you? A robot here? It's not for sale. Ha. I wouldn't take your Miyamake if you left it here in a basket. Why would I? You'd rather use people like machines instead? I'm just a Wickmeek, an employer, while these things... What good are the metal things to anyone? Perhaps you're hoping to start a riot? What's wrong with you? Did someone cut out your heart when you were a baby? You're fearless, aren't you? I'd like you if you weren't such a Salewa. Better that than what you are. Catfight. This is my job, my profession. My mother did it, father before her. It's how I put my food on my table. Your kind won't be happy until only the Myamiki can eat. You don't look underfed to me. Maybe I should have been nicer to her. Good faith to you. I guess I am talking to the same person again. I'm told a laborer hurt themselves in the fields. Struck something underground. They hurt themselves all the time. Too much rock, usually. You'd have to ask at the market. Walk with the goddess. Or die on Iox. I don't care. Okay, so we weren't talking to Slave Lady. Doesn't matter how often I come back here. Once you've left, no one allows you to return. I will follow, mistress.
Oroi was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together. But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
This whole area is Oroy's, I think. She's useful, and people like to give her space. I wonder how business is going. Time to loot Oroi? Yeah. The alms tray looks pretty empty. Maybe there's not much to loot. I have no idea what these things do. Oroy's always playing around with magnets and wires and things. There was an answering clatter from behind the door. What do we do now? Now we wait for Oroi to finish whatever she's doing in there and come and see who we are. All right, what do you want? Oh, it's you. Oroi. So, you here to dump another broken robot on me? I hoped you could fix that robot. Sure. You made out like it was dented. Not fried. What's wrong with this one? Nothing, yet. Well, I can't wait for you to dump its remains on me. Watch your back, robot. That's my advice. My rule is to watch Mistress Aaliyah's back. What do you want, Aaliyah? I was having a good day.
We'd been friends. Once.
Did you ever fix that robot I sold you? No. Whatever it lost out there, it was really gone. I ended up borrowing a few internals for my collection. Disgusting. Have you heard any rumors about unknown sites? I'm an engineer, not whatever it is you are. Describe the telescope stand. I found this strange telescope stand in the Cyclones. Wait. You sailed into the Cyclones? Aaliyah. Are you mad? Do you want to hear about the telescope stand or not? It was your sort of thing. Don't you use me to justify your risks. It wasn't that dangerous. Of course it wasn't. Only an enormous space storm 10 times bigger than Elfbreth. Did you even know if there was a river out? I'm kind of scared to ask about her family. How's your family? Like you care. Fair. I found something incredible out there, Ori. Oh, did you? A purpose for your life, maybe? Ori, is something wrong? What could be wrong, Aaliyah? You rock up here after who knows how many months raving about some great new find. What could be wrong with that picture? I literally took every dialogue option other than talk about this first, just for the record. That's what I always do. Just tell me whatever it is you wanted to tell me. We sailed into the cyclones and found a moon. I hope you didn't go there twice. Mistress, you cannot be intending to give the Emperor's crown to this woman. I'm not going to give it to her. No, I expect you'll try to sell it, whatever it is. At this point, I think I trust Oroi more than I trust Miari. And I'd like to know what the mechanism is, and I don't know that Miari will be able to tell us. So I definitely want to give Roy the crown. Look what I found, Oroi. Just look at it. Oroi held the crown gingerly like it was some kind of injured animal. By the waters, what are you? The right bulk for a basic power source. There are contacts under the rim. What is this? I was hoping you could tell me. You want me to take it apart? All right, then. I'll take a look. I cannot believe you entrusted such a find to such a person. In such a place. Such an action is almost statistically impossible, but you did it anyway. She'll figure it out. Whatever it is. That crown is a treasure of the Empire. All Mistress Oroi will likely do is lose it, with no offense intended to Mistress Oroi, that is. I'll let you know what I find. Look after the crown, Oroi. Don't let it out of your sight. Don't offer me advice on being cautious, Aaliyah. How many robots have you lost now? How's the shop working out? Slow enough. And I'm not going to stand around here making small talk. Have fun on the rivers, Aaliyah. Okay, so we have pissed off the robot. Excellent. Okay, I don't see anything else to do here. Do you think Mistress Oroi can be trusted? I'm sure of it. Oroi's honest. She can't even lie. I suggest we return to Iox and inform Professor Miari what you have done with the crown. Shall we leave now, Mistress? I still want to figure out this labor worker thing. Perhaps you're having too much fun. I want to figure out what this labor worker situation is. I heard one of your laborers was injured. Oh yeah, she told us to go talk to someone, right? Accidents happen. Nothing wrong with my stock. How did it happen? Carelessness. And I'm never hiring to an Ioxian again. Your kind doesn't show respect. An Ioxian hired workers from you? And broke one of them. You know who it was. I wonder if it was Yanaki. He called himself Renba, yep. Friend of yours, is he? He's not welcome here. You returned a worker with a broken arm? I need to talk to that worker. Do you see any broken arms in my stock today? I don't want to pay this woman anything. You saying Renba didn't return an injured worker? You want to hire one of my stock? What's the laborer's name? Whatever you like. What did he hire the man for? How would I know? I bound his arm. I didn't listen to his stories. I won't hire anyone. Then you can pay to see him. If you'd rather be a Hawkis than a Mikas, it's all the same to me. What you do here is evil. I will never pay you a thing. Listen, Salua. Your Ioxian friend shattered my man's arm bone into 100 little bits. The bits are swimming around inside his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like his leather, you're the last chance he's got to earn himself a meal. So pay your dues. Then let him go. He's not worth anything to you. I'll make you a deal. You take him off my hands for nothing. And you look after him. Yahtzee, get out here. Okay. That could have gone worse, I guess. I know, miracles happen. What time is it? Greet your buyer. Mistress, please. Good faith and greetings to you, Mikas. Let's make one thing clear. You're free. As you say. Your name's Yahtzee? How's your arm? It has been destroyed. We were using a winch to raise up a broken rock. The winch had been strung together from a few old poles, the big hook someone found. There was too much rock. The whole thing keeled over sideways. I jumped out of the way, not far enough. I do not think anyone will hire me as I am now. What were you digging that needed a winch? A hole, mistress. A very deep hole indeed. Where were you digging? Somewhere on Elbereth? No, away. Away where? We sailed to a moon. Elbereth was visible in its skies. There was nothing there, but he made us dig. We found something. What did you find? I do not know. We had just uncovered a spar of wood when the winch fell on me. I was brought back here. You didn't see what was down there? Can you find Renda's moon again? I think so. I think so, yes. But not on a map. I will need to fly with you. You want to go back there? I'm suspicious. No, never. But I see you do, and I will help you. What was Renba looking for? What did he find? Do you know? I thought I already answered this. I do not know. I was hurt before we found anything. Man. Okay. Let's take him back to the ship and decide later. Shall we leave now, mistress? Okay. I think we can go now. So we're all gonna teleport back to the ship. Okay. So we left the surface of Elbereth with enough new evidence to locate a new site. Yeah, we found an awful lot of... new places. Yeah, so we know where the dig site is. This is interesting that the pre-Empire site whose location we inferred is like actually outside of the bounds of these rivers. I don't know how we would get there, but that's interesting to me. And then site from the mural. So this is like the carvings on the wall of that sort of like weird place where the Emperor was living. This is the location of that. So we have a lot of different places we can choose to go. I'm also not sure whether to bring this guy. I am like a little suspicious of him. Yeah, I'm quite suspicious of him, honestly, but I'll think about that later. I think this is a good place to leave this episode for now. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, as always, make sure to like and subscribe and comment if you want to see more stuff like this. It helps us get the channel off the ground. We are trying to get to the watch time requirements to have monetization enabled, and that's a big part of whether or not we keep making content for that channel or not, obviously. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.